This is a joint presentation based on the qualitative study undertaken by SRFSI in the EGP. Much of the literature has focused on the agronomic benefits of CASI. There have been few studies on farmers' perspectives and experiences, and mainly focuses on binary adoption, use and non-use, which misses out on the nuances within the adoption process. Our research is based on work done in Africa, which has not yet been undertaken in South Asia. Taking that into consideration, the stepwise sampling framework was developed to understand the decision-making processes and evaluation around CA adoption in the EGP. Respondents were selected to represent all typologies from the framework to get an insight into the regional commonalities and location-specific differences. We conducted in-depth semi-structured interviews and analyzed using deduced software. We used the decision-making dartboard framework, which focuses on 4 main resources: physical, financial, informational, and human across 6 levels. A total of 336 farmers were interviewed and categorized into 3 main typologies for the purposes of our analysis. Progressing farmers include interested and experimenter farmers who positively evaluated CA. We find that limited progression is due to a combination of comparative advantage, resource limitations, and enabling environments. More effort is required to limit misinformation and provide supplementary knowledge to address issues after technology testing. Training for farmers and operators were key to address issues that can limit progression to use. Institutional support is crucial during testing phase to reduce high risk associated with technology adoption. However, once ZT technology adoption increases, there is a requirement of machinery access and skilled operator to support wider use. This means that to increase progression, strategies need to focus on engaging relevant stakeholders and developing policies that incentivize purchase of CASI machinery with intention to provide services.
As we already know from the experiences of the progressing farmers that various factors come into play when making decisions whether to adopt or discontinue the use of CASI technology. In this dataset, we have analyzed the experiences and perceptions of disinterested and disuser farmers. As you can see here in the circle, mostly the farmers' negative perception revolves around the prerequisites that is required to practice CASI, comparison with the traditional methods of farming, community and government influence, access to supplementary resources as well as household resources at individual level. However, mostly cited reasons for evaluating CASI negatively is associated with information access, which might be either lack of information or misinformation, such as renting of CASI machinery is expensive. The other reason among the disusers was related to the negative experiences of farmers, such as yield loss and thus not being able to make profits, or increased drudgery in order to minimize the seed drop issues while using CASI technology. Weak finances, less land constraints, as well as crop preferences within the household level also affected the decision making of using CASI technology. Now, let's hear from the experiences of the farmers who have been practicing CASI for over a year using their own resources and investments. Farmers perceive that there are many indirect benefits associated with the use of CASI technology, such as cost savings which could be used to improve the socio-economic condition of the household, time savings which could be utilized doing various activities or involving in other income generating activities on top of the other agronomic benefits associated with CASI technology. Farmers also said that they had to overcome some constraints related to machine access, information gap, land constraints, and stover management while practicing CASI. Constant support from family members and information networks were additional driving factors for continued use. However, they also highlighted some constraints which are in red here, if not addressed, might lead to disadoption in future. Overall, the findings from these papers further confirm the agronomic benefits as well as adds on to the list of many indirect benefits associated with CASI. Although the themes are common across all the typologies, however, when we analyze using different levels of resources, how they perceive each theme or factor is different. Therefore, for further scaling out of CASI in future, there needs to be a tailored approach for sustainability. Thank you.